Hello everyone, welcome to my channel 3Diest. So in this video, we will learn how you can design a collar tag like this inside Autodesk Fusion 360, and this design is completely 3D printable. So if you want to 3D print this, you can 3D print on your 3D printer. So if you have a dog and if you want to learn how to design tags like this, just follow this complete video and I will show you the complete process from very basic. So let's get started into Fusion 360. Now we are into Fusion 360, and the first thing that we'll do, we'll save this design. So I will click on this save icon, and here on this save option I will give it a name, dog collar tag, and I will make sure that it is saving onto the right location. Since I want to change the location, so I will click on this small drop down, and then I will go on to the folder where I want to save my design. So I will simply go back one step back, and there I will find my YouTube folder. So I will just look for the YouTube folder. Here you can see this is my YouTube tutorial folder. I will just open it and will click on save, and on the top you can see the name just got updated. This means I had just saved the file. Now the next thing is that I have to make sure that the system of unit that I am following is correct. So I will go on to my browser over here, and I will expand this document setting, and here you can see the units are millimeter right now. So this is the unit that I want to use into this complete modeling process. If you want to change it, you can just click on this change active units, and then a window will pop up like this. There you can find different set of units, but for now, since I'm going to use this millimeter, so I will simply press escape on my keyboard to come out of that command. Now I will click on this option again to hide that unit settings. Now I am ready to start creating a sketch, but before I start creating a sketch, I want to bring a reference image that I want to use. So what I will do, I will go on to this solid tab, and there on the last option that says insert, here you can click on this canvas option. So just click on it, and then you had to click on this insert from my computer, and I had saved that design onto my desktop. Here you can see this bone image. I will click on it and will click on open, and then I will select the plane onto which I want to place that bone image. So I will select this plane, top plane, and here you can see it's the image just got inserted. Now I want to rotate this. Since I had not pressed OK, so all my editing commands are active, so I will simply rotate it by 90 degree and like this, and I also need to scale this image as per the size I want. So that will do. Now first I will press OK. Since the orientation is right, I will simply press OK, and then I will, a new folder just got added. Here you can see in the design browser that says canvas. So I will expand this canvas folder, and here this is the image that I had attached. Now I will make a right click on this two image, and I will activate this option that says calibrate. Now I will specify the overall size of this bone. So from this point to this point, this I would just want to keep 60 millimeters. So I will enter the value 60, and then I will press enter. And you can notice that this image just got scaled to 60. Now I am completely ready to start creating our first sketch. So I will activate this create sketch tool option from over here. I will click on it, and then I will select this front face, or sorry, this top face as a sketch face. So I will click on it. Now my all the sketch tools are active onto the top, and now I can start tracing this image. So I will activate the circle tool first, and then I will create a circle, something like this. Here you can see I just created a simple circle. Then I will create another circle just below that, and I want this whole thing to be symmetric. So I will also create a line from center, a horizontal line, something like this. Here you can see I just created a random horizontal line from the origin. Now I will make sure that these center point of these two circles are completely vertically aligned. So I will press shift on my keyboard, and I will select both the origins, and then I will apply this horizontal vertical constraint. Now you can notice that both the circles are now vertically aligned. I will press escape again. Now I will select both the circles. Now by pressing shift on my keyboard, I can select both the circles, and now I will apply this equal constraint. Now both the circles are equal in diameters also. Now I need to define the center point of this circle from this horizontal line. So I will activate this sketch dimension tool. Then I will select this line and this point, and then I will drag outside, and I will define the dimension. This I just want to keep 6. So I will press 6. The same dimension I want to apply on the other side. So for that, what I will do, I will just hover over my cursor onto the dimension and will be there for a few seconds, and you can say it says this dimension is D15. So I will simply activate this dimension tool now, and from this line to this point, and instead of inputting the values over here, I can simply write D15 and will press enter. Now both the dimensions are connected. For example, if I want to change this one to 7 and will press enter, here you can see both of them automatically getting updated. So this is what I wanted. Now I will keep like this little bit away from each other. So I just want to make it a little bit broader inside sides, that's why I'm keeping it a little bit away. Now what I will do, I will also create a vertical straight line like this, here you can see, and I will change both the lines to, I will select both the lines and I will change both the lines to construction line from this sketch palette. Just select the lines and apply this construction line type. Now both the lines just got converted to construction. Now I will select both the circles just by pressing shift on my keyboard. I can select multiple entities, and then I will go on to this create panel option, and here I will activate this mirror tool. Now here you can see, since I already selected both the objects are already selected. Now I will click on this mirror line and I will specify this vertical line as a mirror line, and as a result you can see the mirror of these two circles are getting created onto the opposite side. Since this is what I need, so I will just press OK. Here you can see now the mirror just got created. Now I will activate the straight line again, and this time I just want to create a simple straight line like this from here to here. Here you can see. Now I just want this to be mirrored on the other side. So again we'll repeat the same. We'll activate the mirror tool, and then the objects, I will select this line, then the mirror line. This time this will be horizontal line, and here you can see this thing, same thing is getting copied onto the other side also. I will press OK, and you can see it just got copied. Now I will start applying the fillets. For that, what I will do, I will define the diameter of this circle first. I will activate this sketch dimension tool, then I will click on this any of the circle and I will drag outside my cursor and will give it a diameter, let's say 13. Here there is one thing, I want both the circles to be touching to each other. So for that, what I will do, since the radius is 7 millimeter, here you can see, so I will change this to 14. And now if we'll do like that, here you can see both the circles now touching to each other. Now they are tangent to each other. So this is what I needed. Then I will click on this finish sketch. Now here you can see I got few close profiles. So before that, I will just turn off the canvas because that we don't need now, and then I will activate this extrude tool. I will select all the profiles one by one, and here you can see this in extrude panel I had selected all the 5 profiles, and now I will extrude it little bit towards upward by an amount, very small amount, let's say 1.6, right, 1.6 millimeter, or and we'll press enter. Here you can see that. Now I just want to apply fillets onto the sharp corners and also onto these corners. So before first we'll apply fillet on these two sharp corners. So for that, we'll go onto the modify panel, we'll activate this fillet tool, and I will select those corners very carefully. Here you can see this one, and on the other side also I will select this one, and here as you can see I had selected both the corners. Now I will apply a fillet radius of 5 or maybe 3. I think 3 will be good, or maybe a little bit lesser, 2. So I think 2 is looking much better. I will press OK. Now to apply fillets onto these corners, I will again activate this fillet tool, and this time I will select all these 4 corners one by one. Here you can see I'm selecting. Just by pressing shift you can select all the 4 corners. Here you can see I had selected all the 4 corners, and here 4 edges are selected. I will apply a fillet radius of 3, and here it is. I will press OK. So now my base of the design is ready. Now I need to add the name over here. So before that, what I will do, I will activate this create sketch tool again, and I will click on the top of this body. Here you can see. Now what I will do, I will go onto the create panel. I will activate this option that says project tool. Here you can see inside this project panel, I will activate this tool. Then I will click on the face. So here you can see that complete face just got selected. I will press OK. Now what I did, I had projected all the outer profile of this complete face. Now I will activate this offset tool. We'll click on the profile and we'll make an offset like this towards inside. So I just want to keep it minus 1.2. I had just offsetted. I just want to create a small border and we'll press OK. You can see border of 1.2 millimeter thick just got created. I will click on the finish sketch. Now I will activate this extrude tool. Then I will select this outer profile, and I will extrude it with a small height of, let's say, 2.4, and I will press enter. So here you can see I just added some height on the borders. So as you can notice, the base and the frame for this dog tag is finished. So one very small thing that we had missed, we had to keep some arrangement over here so we can attach that with the collar of the dog. But before, we want to add the name of the dog onto this tag. So for that, what I will do, I will activate this create a sketch tool again. I will select this face as a sketch face, and now I will go onto the create panel and will activate this text tool option. I will create a box like this to insert the text, and here I will input the name of the dog, that is Bruno. I just want to keep the first letter as capital, Bruno. Here you can see. So this is the name of my dog, and now I will change the text size to 10, and then the text font, that is really very important over here, because so here is the text font I had selected that I feel much better, and then I will increase little bit the character spacing so I can cover the most space, or maybe a little bit higher, 15. So I think 15 is good. I will just double click on it, and I will try to make it bold. So I think bold is much better, or I think normal is also better. So just keep it as per your need. Maybe I will keep it 15, and then the moment you are done with this, what you can do, you can press OK, and then you can select this text box line, and you want to make it horizontal, right? So select the text box line and apply this horizontal constraint. Now adjust the position of the text onto this space like this. Here you can see this is what I need, a little bit onto the right, like that, and then I will click on the finish sketch, and here you can see. Now what I will do, I will go onto this create panel again, and with this time I will activate this tool called emboss. Now here the first thing that I had to specify is the sketch profile. So I will select this Bruno text as a sketch profile, and then the face onto which you want to emboss this one. So I will click activate this option first, then we'll select the face. Now here I want to make an effect, whether you want to make an emboss or deboss effect. So I want to make an emboss effect, but not this much height. I just want to keep it 1.2. Here you can see 1.2, or maybe a little bit higher, 1.6, like that. I think 1.2 will be much better, or let's keep it 1.6, and then I will press OK. So here you can see I had just designed a very good looking dog collar, but only thing that I need to attach over here is something, a hole for where we can attach this complete collar, complete tag with the collar. So for that, what I will do, I will go into the back, I will click on this face, will activate this create a sketch tool again, and then here I will add that option. So I will activate the circle tool, and I will create a circle like this. Here you can see, and then I will offset this circle by, let's say, minus 2 millimeters, and then I will make sure that this center and the origin point are vertically aligned, so it's coming onto the center, and I will specify the outer diameter of the circle as 10, or maybe as 5, like this, not 5, 10, let's keep it 10, and then I will move it little bit towards upward, or maybe more upward, like this, and I can specify the position of this circle as 0.5, like that, and then I think it's much better. I can finish the sketch, I can activate this extrude tool, I can select this profile, I can extrude this up to this top face, like that. Here you can see, so this will be a hole where you can attach this with some kind of rope or something, and I don't want to keep these sharp corners, so I will simply activate this fillet tool, and I will apply a fillet on both of these edges by a amount of 0.4, or maybe 0.8, little bit higher, 0.8. I will press OK. So, and I will also apply fillet onto the outer corners, so I will select both the edges and will apply a fillet of 0.8, like this. Here you can see. So this is what we got a very good looking collar tag with my dog named Bruno, and this is the thing that I'm going to 3D print it. Before that, I will just rename my body over here. So in the design tree, I will just make a right click onto my body and will activate this option that says rename, and I will write it collar tag. We'll press enter, and now I will export this file as a STL file because I want to 3D print this complete thing. So I will make a right click, I will click on the save as mesh, and then I will export it onto my desktop. I will press OK, and here I will export this collar tag as a STL file onto my desktop. So Now I will click on save. It just got exported as STL file on my desktop, and now we will start 3D printing this one. Since we already exported our STL file, now I had just opened my Orca slicer. So this is a slicer software by which we can prepare our STL file for 3D printing. So I had opened this software. I will click on this new project option. Now, as you can see, these are my 3D printer presets that I am using, and now I'm going to import the STL file that we created using Autodesk Fusion 360. So I will click on this plus icon, add option over here, and then since I saved that onto my desktop, here you can say it's color tag. I will click on open, and that file just got inserted into this environment. Now I just want to lay down this flat onto this build plate, so I will activate this option that says lay on face, and then I will click on this bottom face, and now you can see it just got laid down onto this build plate. Now here is a small thing. If we'll select this model and we'll click on this option that says scale, and here you can see the overall size is 62.30, the width, the complete length of this tag. But after doing all this stuff, I'm noticing that this length is really very small. I just want to make it a little bit higher, maybe 80. So I will make sure that the uniform scaling is turned on, and I will delete these values, and here I will write 80 and will press enter. Here you can see the complete design, complete model that we created using Fusion 360 just got scaled by 80 millimeter in length. So since you are already designing it from scratch, there is no need to scale it up. If you will design it by keeping this size 80 millimeter already into Fusion 360, there is no need to scale this complete model over here inside the slicer. So that we did here, and now we'll configure the rest of the settings. So we'll start with the quality, and inside the quality I will make sure that the layer height is 0.2. I'm not going to change this one, and we'll go to the bottom and we'll look for the other settings. So other settings will not going to change any of the things. We'll move on to the strength section, and here the first setting is this wall loop. So I will make sure that it's 3. I am not going to change that as well. The only thing that I want to change over here is this infill. So I will change this, I will increase this infill density to 30. Then we'll move on to the speed. I'm not going to touch the speeds also. I will keep it as it is. Then we'll move on to the supports. I will make sure that the supports are turned off because this is completely 3D printable design. There is no need for the supports. And if we'll move to the bottom, and there is nothing we want to change over here as well, we'll move on to the others and we'll check like we want to keep a skirt loop. Yes, we want to make a small skirt while printing, and also the skirt distance I will make it 0. So I want the skirt to be touching to my build, to this model whenever we are slicing. You can increase this skirt loops also. I will make it 3, and then we'll move on to the nodes. There is nothing, and then I will click on the slice plate since I'm ready to start slicing this model. So here you can see I just sliced this model, and you can see the preview over here. So this is my slice model. If you just hide this one, here you can see, so it will look something like this. Now here is a small thing that I want to add. Since I want to make this model into a multicolor using multicolor filaments, but I don't have a printer like that. I have a single nozzle printer, but I want to use a technique that is known as filament swap into this model. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my cursor. Here you can see these, by these sliders I can adjust the I can see the preview of my slicing. Here you can see, so these are the preview of my slicing. So I will move my cursor a little bit towards downward, and here you can see the moment it start printing the text, I will just move it one layer upward. Here you can see, and here I will make a right click on it and will click on add pause. So what I am doing at this point of time, whenever it is my nozzle is printing at this layer, I want to create a pause over here. So the model will get paused, and then I will change my filaments, I will upload some other color, and then I will continue printing. So I had just inserted a pause at this position, and I will also add a pause onto this position. Here you can see onto this layer when it is just started creating the text. So here it just started creating the text. So here you can see the name, and I will add a pause over here also. So I added 2 pause into this complete model printing, and you can also see these skirt loops that I had created just touched to the wall because I had specified 0 as a distance from the actual model. And now this is what I needed. So I will move my cursor towards the top, and here you can see this will be the final model. So if you go bottom and downward, it will be printing like this. Here you can see. Now I will just click on slice plate, and the pauses are added. I will go on to this option and will click on this export G-code file, and I will export this G-code file, and here you can see now it is getting exported as a G-code file that I will upload into my memory card or the storage device, and then I will insert that storage device into my 3D printer, and then you will see the action.